People often ask me how I started playing golf and if it was my parents that got me into it or if it's something that I wanted to do. And it is something I wanted to do. I had never seen it on TV. I didn't know what it was about. And what had happened was I was 5 years old. My brother was always, taking his clubs, leaving the house. He was gone all day, come home. He looked like he had a blast. And so finally I asked my mom, I want to play golf. I want a set of clubs. No clue what it was all about. And she bought me a set and bought herself a set. And so that started our journey. And so what I cherish to this day and why I just love this game to this day is because she let me fall in love with it. And she never got in the way. She let me fall in love with the game and she never got in the way. I cannot remember one thing she told me to do on the golf course. Like, she would just hit the ball and just go. And we would just kind of, do our own thing. So she let me loose like a wild animal on the golf course. And I was in the beginning. Oh my gosh. I would have a fit if I hit a bad shot, and I would cry and, just have this fit. And I would see her, and, as a kid, you always keep a distance, but not long enough so that you can't see your parents, right? Because that would be scary. And so I would see her walking to her ball, and she would kind of disappear. She'd keep going forward, and I'm like, okay, I can't cry too long because I'm going to lose my mom. So then I would carry my bag, and then I would go to the next shot, and then I'd hit it, and I hit a good shot, and I'm like, ah! Did you see that? Yes, I saw that. And she'd go hit her shot, and I'd play my game, and I'd hit it in the water. I hit it everywhere, and I just drop a ball and keep playing. I never knew rules existed on the golf course. I just played and played and played and just hit a ball, throw a ball down if I lost it. And I kept going. It was such a fun and playful, emotional experience. And she let me be myself. She let me let it out, and I got it out of my system. And, she never yelled at me for my behavior. What had happened was she let the game of golf teach me how to behave. And what had happened was we were walking by a group, and I remember these adults were looking at me because I was pouting, right? And I just realized that moment that I looked like an idiot. So I stopped behaving like that. Not to, not all the way, because I was still a kid and I couldn't control my emotions, but a lot of the times, I would control that behavior. And then that was, to me, it's hard to not tell your kid to chill out and, it's okay, everything's going to be okay. To me, that's actually easier to do. It's really hard to step back and watch a kid just self-destruct. And she did that. She just let me just, I had a good shot. Oh my God. I hit in the water. And I absolutely fell in love with the game. And along the way, growing up, I've had where the game just, bam, just broke my heart to pieces. And then there are times where it's like, oh my God, this is the best thing in the world, this is it, And the reason I love this game to this day and I want to share it with the world is not just because I want people to play the game and learn the game and learn, but the reason I get so into the fundamentals is let's get that done so you can go out and play with your family and not think about your swing so much and have a good time and visualize and, all this good stuff. And I have to thank my mom for that. She never said, hey, I'm going to enter you in a tournament. It was never like that. It was when I wanted to test my skills and I wanted to go play in a tournament, you know, and she was all for it. And guess where I learned rules? It wasn't from my mom. I didn't know golf had rules. I learned it during a tournament. And there was one tournament, this girl, her mother was a walking rule book. And everywhere I went, like, I'd be in the bunker and I'm grounding my club. Did not know you're not supposed to ground your club. And the lady was like looking like that. She said, that's a penalty, you know? And so, you know, I would never forget that ever again. But if my mom were teaching me along the way while we're practicing, like, don't ground your club, you know, I would not remember. But I definitely remember during a tournament, the girl, her mother racked up like 13 additional strokes to my round with penalty strokes. And that night, this is a cool story. I'll talk about it again some other time. But that night, my brother, it was raining, and my brother goes, what is wrong with you? Like, why do you want to play so bad tomorrow? You're 13 strokes behind, you know? And I said, oh God, please don't rain. Don't be canceled. I got to play tomorrow. And he's like, why? And I said, because I know the rules now. I can beat her. And you know what? I did. I didn't rack up any penalty strokes, and we tied, and in the playoff I beat her. But it was just always a fun experience. I mean, and she made mistakes fun for me. Like, it wasn't a bad thing. It was like, it's part of the game. And so I was like, it was just such an amazing experience, and I want to do that I want to share that with other people, and especially kids. I love being the first person that they get to play golf with, because you know what I do? I just hand them one club. Here's a ball. Go. And what they do is they hit it, and I'm like, if you lose a ball, here's a few, put them in your pocket. And then they just go to the ball. And then if there's a kid that has a lot of energy, I'm like, run to the next ball. And I'm like, if you hit it anywhere, just, who cares? Just throw a ball down, hit it. Just keep going forward and get it in the hole. And you know what? They have a blast. And that's what I want. And thank you, Mom, for letting me fall in love with the game. I am so in love with it to this day.